Each time young people decide to remain quiet on paramount issues, we pay a price. Hello and welcome to Zanis TV, the People's Channel. As you may know, Zambia commemorated both Women's Day and Youth Day in the month of March. And as we continue to reflect on the immense contributions of young people and women in Zambia and the globe, organizations such as the International Center for Local Democracy, ICLD, has made a footprint particularly in Zambia and Sweden, especially in the area of strengthening local democracy and giving young people an enabling environment for them to participate meaningfully. This is why on the program today, I am honored to host Frida Nilsson. Frida is a deputy mayor all the way from the city of Lidköping. I will also be speaking to Mr. Pia Johnson, who also doubles as a member of the Municipal Executive Committee in Lidköping, Sweden. And last but not the least, we shall also have a conversation with Roma Ward 20 Councillor, Mr. Luca Piri. Welcome to this special interview.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Good
much.
to see you. Now that you're visiting Zambia, obviously you have a number of things to discuss and obviously share what you have from Sweden.
Yes, and it's wonderful to be here.
We
Lusaka
appreciate
is
you.
a beautiful city, and Zambia is a beautiful country, so I'm really happy to be here.
Great.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
To
Thank you for having me.
kickstart the program, allow me to just direct this question to the councillor, Mr. Luca. Now that we have people from Sweden, what does this mean for young people from the two countries?
It means a lot. It means that, of course, we are taking deliberate steps to ensure that even as we advance national programs, that they are not left behind. So this is a deliberate step to make sure that what we are planning as a government, as a nation, also incorporates the young people. So their coming is a statement. It's a huge statement. Sweden is not next door. It's a bit far, but to make this effort, just to ensure that we incorporate the young people in local democracy, I think means quite a lot for us.
That's beautiful. Now, speaking of young people of Zambia, we just celebrated Youth Day under the theme Arise and Soul. What does that mean now that we have visitors from Sweden?
It gives meaning to our theme, because what we want to see as a nation is that whatever it is that we do has a footprint of the young people. Mm-hmm. So when we have organizations, for example, that are keen to ensure that the plight of young people is also incorporated in national planning, it means that as a nation, whatever we do has plans for young people, so that tomorrow we don't have a situation where there's a gap, where we're not here forever. We are politicians. What we do is seasonal. But whatever we are doing now with our partners is ensuring that what we know is also instilled in the young people, so that tomorrow when they take up the mantle of leadership, they know what to do, they know how government works, how it runs. And I think that is the direction that we're taking.
Much appreciated. Let me turn to you, Frida. Now that you are deputy mayor for the Lidköping municipality, how do you define meaningful youth engagement in local governance?
I see the meaning is the younger people need to be heard, so we need to not talk about them, but also listen to them, and they need to feel that what they are saying have an impact on what decision that we are making. So I think it is important that we need to take the younger people into the room, we need to listen, and we need to talk together in decision making, so they feel that someone is listening, not only talking about them.
Great. And I must commend you being a female and taking up this massive role in leading young people, especially, is something that we shouldn't just overlook. Now, before I continue with you, let me just get his views with regards to the role that young people should play in shaping policies at local level.
They need to be involved for real, and we need to have a structure for young people to have their voice heard. And we who work with politics for some year and is a little bit older, we need to have the young people involved in our processes and so on, not just have some sort of organization where they can have their voice heard. We also need to have processes to get it involved in our decision processes and so on. Otherwise, it's just not for real. If we need to take it for real, it needs to be involved in our ordinary process.
And why is it that at this point we've trusted young people so very much to take up leadership roles and responsibilities?
Why? It's because that is the future. We need to have the young people involved, because if we are both living in strong democracy countries and so on, if we want to keep that, we need to teach the young people and we need to have them involved.
Beautiful.
Otherwise, it become not so stable as we want.
Councillor Luka, so
Yes.
what structures currently exist in Zambia to involve youth in local governance?
Okay, so when, for example, you come to the Lusaka City Council, you are going to discover that we have a junior council. We have a council that constitutes of councillors, which is ourselves, and we have constituted a junior council, and I think their municipality has equally done the same. We were in Sweden last year in May to just witness that installation of young people. The idea behind that is that young people begin to see that it is important to participate in local governance, in just national leadership. So we've set up a structure that is similar to our political structure. So we've got a junior deputy mayor, we've got a junior mayor, deputy mayor, and the 38 councillors in this city that do similar roles as ourselves. They sit in the chamber and they make decisions, and those decisions are passed on to our main council so that we can look at them, evaluate them. But the bigger picture is that when we begin to see those processes taking place, we know that we have young people that understand what we are trying to achieve as a council, as a nation. They are not just sitting home and listening to us, but they are interacting with us. They are doing exactly what we are doing. There's some processes. So you have a young person that understands the government procedure of how things are done at the council, of how laws are made. That is the only way that we can transform our nations, because these responsibilities are passed on. But sometimes we pass on responsibilities to people that don't have a know-how. But when we have these interventions or commitments or programs, we have a situation where we have young people that understand exactly what is supposed to be done for development to come to our nation.
Right. Frida, obviously one similarity that Zambia and Sweden share is the democratic values. Yeah, that's one thing that they share. Now, let's look at the barriers that young people in Sweden and Zambia face today.
Yeah, I think in this project we have seen that we have a lot of similar, what you call it, things that we have to clear. And one of those things is the mental health. We have a big problem in Sweden with the youth mental health that we have to work with. And we also see that we have a lack of grown-ups that talks to the younger people. And that is a big problem that we see. So we need to have more grown-ups speaking to the younger people. And we also see that they are more alone, and they are with their iPhone. They're living in their iPhone.
Yeah.
We need to work with that because they feel so alone. And as we see in the strategy in the world, you know, it's quite unsafe. So the younger people, they don't see the future. And that we have to talk about and we have to work about that, because we need the younger people to feel that they have a good future.
Beautiful. You were in Sweden last year. Kindly talk about the barriers that young people in Zambia and Sweden face, much that you've been, tested both waters.
I think our situations are similar. Of course, not exactly the same, but we have similar situations when it comes to dealing with young people. I think the Deputy Mayor said something that is significant. We are seeing young people almost on a daily basis, not willing to interact, going out to talk to people, but it's like the phone has taken center stage. So these interventions or these programs that we are having, some of the things that we are trying to address is that people can come out, can socialize, can begin to talk about governance. Sometimes when you are dealing with politicians, sometimes you look at them from a distance. And sometimes as politicians, we sit in meetings and make decisions for the young people. But when we sit and talk about local democracy, what we are trying to cure is making decisions for the young people. But to ask the young people to say, what do you think is the best for you? Because they are the ones that are living in that age. So the similarities are basically the same. The digital age has taken center stage. And by the day you see that people are enclosed, someone is in the house, what they are communicating with is social media. And we are saying, come out, let's have a conversation. What is it that you think we can do as a government? What do you think we can do as a council? So we are also coming up with a lot of social programs, outdoor social programs, so that we cure this growing concern that every young person today is on social media. So we are saying, come out, let's make decisions together.
Great. Pia, let's take it back to Sweden. You know, we often have seen a leader participatory governance in Sweden. So what are the systems in place to ensure youth voices are heard at the municipal level?
Yeah, talking about the municipality in Lidköping, we are now working with Lusaka for 2 years now to see, because in Lusaka you have this youth councillor system working very well for some years now, and we have taken knowledge from that and started up something similar, but we need to be even better. But we have started the process in Sweden based on the experience and knowledge that we got from you here in Lusaka, and that's very useful. This time we have young people with us on when we visit Lusaka, and they can also see to bring back, they talk to their friends in the youth council here and bring back how it's working and how they're working. So they can help us to shape the system in Sweden for their sake and for the future.
Wonderful. Any addition to that with regards to systems?
Yeah, I think Per told us the right way. As if we talk about the younger people to get involved in the municipality, we are not good at it. So this project is a great tool for us to learn from Lusaka and their experience from the junior council, because we need to work more to get the young people get heard in our local government. So this project is very important for us in this point.
Wonderful. Back to you, Councillor Luka. So how do you ensure inclusion of marginalized youth, especially in rural areas, as well as women are involved in this fight?
I think what we are trying to do is basically trying to cure the question that we've asked. How do we include marginalized groups? Lusaka is the capital. So when we set up a junior council, and then we take it to a stage where we understand that now it's working, our young people are involved in the decision making of the council of the nation, then we begin to spread what we've done at Lusaka City Council to other councils, so that we can have a junior council in Chongwe, we can have a junior council in Livingstone, we can have a junior council in Chipata. Ultimately, if all the councils have junior councils, I want to mention that the junior councils have been very helpful in talking about things, because sometimes our roles are demanding. Sometimes it is the junior councils that go to our wards and talk about garbage. They talk about drug abuse, and you know, we have the much talked about CDF. Sometimes as a councillor in my duty, it's very difficult to go to the ward to go and dispense that information. But we've got a junior council that is going in that field to go and talk to young people, to go and talk to women, so that information is spread in our areas, because we've got the systems that support young people. Because if, for example, if I can bring CDF in the topic, you'll discover that there are programs for women, there are programs for young people. So those programs, like the Junior Council, is meant to help spread the information, to say, let's get on board. There's this thing that is happening. There are these partnerships that are taking place. And eventually, I think we are making progress. I'll give you an example that our Junior Council was in Matero at some point to just talk to marketeers about having a clean market. They demonstrated by cleaning it themselves. So, like that, we are reducing the gap of passing on information, and eventually we have going to have a nation that has information on health, on governance, on all the critical topics that will help our nation eventually to develop.
Wonderful. Frida, how do you include the marginalized in Sweden?
Yeah, we try to reach out for the younger people to be involved in different ways. We have the Junior Council as one way, but we also have Youth Center where we meet the younger people and try to include in the work, so they feel that they can be with the work and how to create a space for them. So we're trying to reach out in different ways, and we also have the schools that we are trying to get in and to inform, because as Per said earlier, democracy is so important, and we have to talk about it and to inspire to be a part of it,
Right.
To a more sustainable local government.
Well, you agree with me that sometimes sensitization is seen jargon when given to these young people. How do you narrow it down so that the simple-minded can understand?
It's difficult to do, but it's the way that you need to be listening, and you need to take the young people for real. You need to have their voice heard. You need to have them areas where they can have their words spoken, but they also need to be learned that anyone cannot have everything. It needs to be prioritized, and that's also a democracy process that young people need to be learned and involved in.
That's
one of the most really important part when you work with democracy is that you have a system where everyone can speak, but everyone cannot have their talks making into actions, but you need to have this prioritization.
Wonderful. Are we seeing an exchange program between Sweden and Zambia in the near future?
No, this already is an exchange program.
No, like directly involving young people and not just leaders, top leaders per se.
We have younger people here today.
Yes. When we traveled to Sweden, we went with the junior mayor and the junior deputy mayor.
Okay.
And this trip, I think, is it six young people?
Six young people, yeah.
Have accompanied top leaders to just observe, to just discuss, to just learn, take home what we also brought back, what we learned from them. So they've been included.
Okay.
Yeah, they are a big part of these conferences that we have here in Lusaka.
And we can see that both on Lusaka and Sweden, that's the most important thing to have it really go for work. That is when we involve the young people for real. So we have them with us.
All right. As a final reflection, what do you think your country can learn from other countries like Zambia and many others with regards to youth engagement?
Oh, we can learn so much, and we have learned so much in this project. And what I'm talking about is to include younger people to be. In Sweden, we have a little bit of problem that the younger people don't want to engage, and that we have learned so much from Lusaka.
But what can be the reason why young people don't want to engage?
I really don't know. Maybe because they are no one listen.
Okay.
They feel that before that no one listened, or that they are in their phones. They don't have the need to be involved. They don't see why I should be involved. And we have to talk to them and explain that this is important and you have a big role to play because we're planning your future. and you need to be a part of it. And your voice is so important, because when we take younger voices into the decision making, they see ways in a different way, and they inspired us, and it's so important that their voices are heard. So we can learn how to get the younger people more inspired to be a part of the decision making and democracy.
Great. What's your message to a young person in Mississippi who doesn't want to take up, leadership roles because they feel neglected and let down by their own leaders?
I think that we've set up programs that are meant to change that narrative. I think this is an example of a step that has been taken. When we went to learn from our colleagues, we ensured that we went with young people, because it is them that are supposed to be included. And on this exchange visit, we also have a situation where our leaders have come with young people, because we want them to feel that they are part of what we are trying to achieve as a council. Maybe the message to that young person is that it is time to get off the phone and to participate in local democracy. We've got site offices, I think, in every ward, where a young person can go and talk to their leader, because each ward in Lusaka has got a junior councillor. So I think it is maybe also time to draw inspiration. If young people have taken a step, they want to participate, they want to be involved, they want to help make decisions for this nation, I just want to appeal to every young person that is listening that go to your local site office, council site office, and talk to your leaders. Check out the programs that are being offered at that local site office, and let's begin to talk.
That's beautiful. Now, in your closing words, I would want also you to address the issue of youth being called different names: lazy, crazy, dizzy, busy for nothing human beings. Yeah. How true is it? Are young people lazy such that they do not want to take up leadership roles in society and just uplift the voices of our time?
No, young people are also individuals and different, but in my opinion, most of them actually, if we for real listen to them and take our time to listen to them, everyone wants to be listened to and be a part of the country, but they also need to have explanation about why democracy is important, because both our countries are strong democracies, but young people need to understand how important it is to keep our countries in a democracy. And if young people understand that, even if they are lazy or whatever, they will be interested to keep this our country's democracy. So I believe everyone wants to be listened and everyone want to be a part if they understand the reason and what's behind it.
So what message are you leaving to the Zambian youth?
I am happy to be here. I am happy for everything we have learned together during this journey.
Yeah.
And keep on working with this good democracy.
Thank you very much. Frida, what can be your last words?
My last words. I'm happy to be here. It's a beautiful country, and this project has learned us so much, and it's good work here that you're doing in Lusaka with the younger people. Keep on doing that, and we need to work together to inspire and to get the sustainable democracy local governments. And then we need to listen. We need to let the younger people come into the room, and we need them to feel that their voice matters.
And what message are you taking to Sweden?
To Sweden, we need to get the younger people to engage in democracy and to engage in the local community and give them inspire to be a part of how we create our city in the future. And this trip has taught me so much, and these younger people, they inspire me so much.
Yeah.
They think in a different way, they see things in a different way, and that perspective teach us so much, and they know so many things that we grown-ups doesn't listen to. So I'm going to listen to all the younger people in Lichtenberg when I get home.
We appreciate you. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Councillor, look, your final words.
I want to thank the team from Sweden for, first of all, coming. It shows a lot of commitment on what we are trying to achieve, both in Sweden and both in Zambia. It shows that these nations have established that the young person is a very important person in local democracy. And once we ignore the young person or the young people, we are going to have a very dangerous gap in ensuring that our democracy is respected and our democracy is developed, because democracy keeps on developing. But where we are as both nations, I think we are a step in the right direction, knowing that our young people are beginning to engage. They are beginning to appreciate their involvement in democracy. Just the coming of the six youths that have come with our leaders from Sweden is a huge demonstration that they appreciate their involvement in local democracy. So we are on it. We are going to ensure that both nations get to this direction where we want our young people to go. It's not easy, of course, but I think we've made tangible progress. We've aligned systems, we've aligned programs to ensure that our young people are involved in what we're trying to do.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for making an appearance on this special interview on the People's Channel, Zanis TV. Wishing you the best in all your endeavors. Much appreciated.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
There you have it. We've come so far. We have seen so much, but there's so much more to do with regards to youth engagement in governance and elections. And on set, I featured Frida Nilsson. Frida is Deputy Mayor all the way from the city of Lidköping, who is also, sorry, all the way from the city of Lidköping. I also featured Pia Johnson, a municipality who also doubles as a member of the Municipal Executive Committee in Lidköping, all the way from Sweden. Last but not the least, we featured Roma Ward 20 Councillor, Mr. Luke Piri. I have been your host, Matthews Chakulunta Jr. Keep watching the People's Channel.